get the tablet up so I can see chat. Kind of scattered all over the place because I had to reinstall everything again.
Oh, really?
Last damn time.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting or building a new computer hopefully by the end of this month.
His laptop's on life support.
Yeah, pretty much. Hey, what's up, Raptor? You're here quick, man. Alright. They should be able to hear everything. Yep. Alright, we are good to go. How you doing tonight, Raptor? Let's get this on. You guys should be able to hear and see, correct?
Yep. I can definitely see.
Like I said, you're probably gonna have to turn the volume up for the videos.
I've got sound. I can hear the
This
sound
first
effects.
level of moral reasoning exists mainly in children, although adults share in this view as well. The morality of an action is judged by its direct consequence. Stage 1 is punishment driven.
Thank you.
An act is viewed as morally wrong because the individual making the action is punished. For example, a potential murder.
With several of their key assets in our control, Morpho Medical is forced to comply with our demands. They've provided us with access to their full library of research on M55 human trials. Examine the documents obtained and gain a better understanding of the effects of rupture radiation on humans.
For example, a potential murderer will not commit the crime solely for fear that they may be caught. The would-be murderer refuses to commit the act solely to prevent punishment.
It actually looks like we have two places to start here.
That's different.
Yeah, it is
Yep.
different.
So what are the options? Does it...
First one says, let me get this over. Adverse reactions. There were severe changes in the composition of the patient's bodies. Identify a possible occult process at work. And the other one says, unstable growth. Study the scans of patients exposed to M55 to determine the location of the unstable glandular growth described. Granular growth described.
Anyone have a preference?
Either one sounds good.
This is Black Watchmen, Raptor. This is a puzzle game. Close to your choice. Which one?
Start with the one on the left.
Alright. There is only a picture. I am going to open it up and put it into chat for you. And it is on chat.
Thank you.
And then I will read what it says. Actually, it's the same thing as before, but I'll reread it. Adverse reactions. There were severe changes in the composition of the patient's bodies. Identify a possible occult process at work. Alright, so let me get this here.
So we're trying to figure out exactly what?
A possible occult process at work.
An occult process. Okay.
Yep. One word.
Yep, it's one word, and it's 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 letters. 10, 11 letters.
Okay. And this is all we have is this one sheet?
Yeah, looks like it. So these are deceased specimens, and they're exhibiting certain.
Right off the bat, there's way too much gold in their bodies. Look at the gold row.
Yeah, normal level, like a fraction of a gram versus hundreds of grams.
Yeah, this is orders of magnitude increase. This is alchemy.
Let me switch this.
Some form of alchemy. What a
And
specific
interestingly,
name.
that looks like the only one that's majorly off.
Yeah.
It's a 7-letter word. And it's too small for that.
Okay.
Now, alchemy is 7 letters.
Is it? No, I know alchemy is 7 letters, but it's too small for the answer.
The answer was 10, 11, 10 or 11, yeah.
Okay. So what are our symptoms? Respiratory trauma, yellow and red patches near the throat, and discoloration of the extremities to a near black, similar to severe frostbite.
Yeah, the whole system shut down. They also tell us the weight of the patients at the bottom. I wonder if that's going to be important. Oh, there's something else that's interesting. Look at the lead line. Normal
Yeah,
levels
I was
is
just looking at that.
Yeah. So all the
it's
lead was
really
converted
low.
to gold.
What the hell?
So that is alchemy.
Yeah, it's some kind of alchemy.
Within a human body, though. Or a patient's body.
Mm-hmm.
I assume they're human.
It's more than. It looks like more than. I'm gonna try alchemy. Alchemy was correct.
Yeah, I didn't figure.
Would transmutation work?
Ooh.
Oh, that's a good one. Trans.
Yeah, hold it up.
Mutation.
That's some Full Metal Alchemist knowledge paying off there. No, it is not. But what about
Not trans. Maybe? Transmutation wouldn't work. It wouldn't be nuclear either, because that's not a cult.
Transmute didn't work either.
Are there any myths around turning lead into gold?
Tons of them.
A lot.
Yeah.
The biggest one is the Philosopher's Stone. That's an old one.
Yeah, that's
right.
Atomic number 79.
Okay, so I'm researching the history of transmuting or and apparently the actual, let me post this, the actual term that became synonymous with alchemy later on was chrysopoeia.
No.
What is this?
This is actually the supposed original scientific process of
The original name.
pseudoscience. Yeah, it's pseudoscience, but that would be the name of it.
Holy shit.
What?
Oh, wow. No, my PayPal just went off.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, what's that?
Here's the page I found that on.
Yeah, it's on the Wikipedia too, that name. Chrysopoeia.
Yeah, I was just looking at the Wikipedia page.
sec. Let's switch this back over, block this.
Man, Raptor, you need to study more. 20% doesn't sound great.
Sorry about that. I had to take care of that. That was something that was super important.
No worries.
Alright, I'm back. And let's get this off my screen. I was at Google. We were looking for alternative words for alchemy.
Yeah, Zeotaji posted one in the chat. Give it a shot.
Absolutely.
And while you're at it, take a shot at pronouncing.
Chrysophia.
To right. Oh, Chrysophia. That might be.
Yeah, Chrysophia.
Oh,
That actually might be it. I think you might be right, Zeotaji. Because that's 11 letters long.
You mean you don't go around saying that word all the time, Satoshi?
not so much. No.
That is
There we go.
There we go.
correct. Right on.
Yeah, I don't think we're having a problem with these tonight.
Don't say that.
Yeah, the next one's gonna be super, super hard.
They always start off each section with the.
We need
The
to see
easier
copies of all of these angles. Alright, let me start getting this stuff over to you guys.
Okay, so this is study the scans of patients exposed to M55 to determine the location of the unstable glandular growth.
Well, you guys can't see this. I'm gonna change windows.
We have an email regarding the M55 side effects from Rosen and X-rays.
Yeah. Multiple X-rays. Near the groin and near the esophagus?
Mm-hmm.
Above the heart.
Okay, there's all of the pictures that the game gave us.
Same thing.
So we have pictures for M5501 and 02. There's no picture for 03.
It gave me
Oh, no,
pictures
sorry.
I sent.
It's there.
That's right. I
So here
opened them
it
in the
is.
wrong order.
Unstable growth. Study the scans of patient exposed to M55 to determine the location of the unstable glandular growth described. So let's start with this, the letter. Calista, you want to read the letter?
The entire thing? Sure. We will be unable to continue the experiments on the current group of patients. Unfortunately, all have succumbed to the same symptoms as the previous subjects. However, with M55, the adverse effects are far less acute and immediate than our previous methods. before they died, they were able to make significant progress in their tests, and M55 remains most promising. Attached, please find scans taken of the patients earlier this week. They show an acute growth that is worthy of its own study. It seems to be a fast-growing cancer. I don't understand its placement. There shouldn't be much in the area in adult subjects. All suffered from shortness of breath, chest pain, coughing, and acute weight loss in the days following exposure to M55, which only worsens with time. I will have Dr. Parr send you a full report on the symptoms. I hope these scans can be of help to your people. For my part, I must concentrate on finding new patients, oh god, to continue the test as soon as possible. We will attempt to find a larger sample without arising any suspicion. Jeez. I apologize for the delay, but I am confident our future experiments will benefit from the lessons learned from this first trial. Please send a team to collect the bodies should you wish to make any further studies. Sincerely, Dr. Nathaniel. Oh, look, it's Dr. Nathaniel.
Yep,
What a guy.
The man from Detroit.
Uh-huh.
Or Philadelphia, was it?
Philly,
No, he was
yeah.
from Philadelphia. Yeah, it's always people from Philly. You always know they're the guilty ones.
I'm not even gonna argue that. Yeah, that's pretty much right.
Alright, so we're identifying the swollen glands on these photos.
As in, what glands are swollen? Is that, like, the specific one?
Or like we're trying to locate
Okay,
the
so it looks
the
like-
source of.
It looks like in this the esophagus here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're
I
all
think that-
showing up in the same place.
And it looks like right above. That's like a bladder area.
Yeah. I mean, my first guess would be lymph nodes, but the ones in the upper chest look a little low.
You know, that's not lymph node areas. I don't.
Yeah, that I'm thinking thyroid and thyroid gland is the culprit here, because that location seems close to where the thyroid is.
How many letters is it?
Sure. 1 second.
Or maybe
It feels like a bit of a cheat, but it's helpful.
It looks like 6. Yeah, 6 letters.
that's not the thyroid.
It's not lymph either. So they also described
It's gotta be
weight
something
loss
in
in the
2
patients.
spots of the body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be thyroid if it's weight loss, or if it's weight related.
Isn't hypothyroidism usually associated with weight gain?
It can go either way. I think standardly most people get weight gain, but I think there can be weight loss.
There's 2
There's-
different versions of that disease. There's
Gotcha.
hyper and hypo.
It might be larynx. The larynx, Larynx. Just
Maybe.
because
Let's give it a shot.
it's not quite the right location
Spell
though.
it
So
one more time.
Larynx. It's in about the right location.
No.
No.
Try thyroid.
Sure. Spell it, please.
Oh lord, I think it's TH.
THYROID.
Yeah. Thank you.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this is all we have to go off of, is these x-rays and that one letter. Right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, see, to me, it looks like it's in 2 different spots here. Like I said, it's in the. It looks like the esophagus.
And right around the groin area. Do we
and then
have?
right above the groin area? It looks like.
We have no indication whether these are male or female patients, do we?
I was about to say,
I mean,
is it
judging by the
prostate?
X-ray, it kind of looks like it's a male. But I mean, like, if it's one thing, because I mean, what do we have that's in our bodies that's up here and then also down? Is there anything?
I don't think it's in 2 spots like
I mean, it
that.
looks like an entrance and an exit type deal. Like it looks like the beginning of the digestive tract,
Yeah.
and then
Going
the end of the digestive tract.
Yeah, I'm going through body maps of humans, and
That's what I'm doing. I don't see anything.
it's 6 letters, right?
I'm going to not do human body maps on stream. That's
Why?
just asking for trouble. I'll leave
Well,
that
they're
to you
not
guys.
real human bodies.
Oh, well, that's what I'm looking
Hey,
at.
listen, cartoon penis is still cartoon penis. I can't have that on stream.
You could try bladder.
Maybe, but I mean, what would the esophagus thing be?
Well, I mean, the entire thing would be a part of the digestive tract. Maybe it's digestive tract. That's too many words or too many letters.
Yeah, no. It's almost like
That was a mistake to type in.
like I said, it was it's almost like the beginning of. Like if you were to swallow something, this would be the entrance into your entire system.
Right.
And this
So
here is the exit of your system.
And it's definitely 7 letters, right?
Try thymus. Thymus.
Thymus.
Yeah, that's the exact location.
No.
Nope. Alright.
So
But
what
it's
if
7
instead
letters.
of a sickness, like what if these symptoms are caused by the technique, the treatment technique they're using on these people?
Could be.
You mean like how they're injecting or giving the
Right.
serum to them?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Possible, but I don't think it said anything in the letter about it.
Location of the unstable glandular growth described. Let's get back the letter.
It says location?
Yeah.
Like, I think it means location in the patients.
Maybe it's not an organ at all, it's a location description.
I guess.
Wait a second. Okay, so in the letter it says, I don't understand its placement. There shouldn't be much in the area in adult subject. Why are they specifying adult? Is there, like, could it be tonsils?
Maybe something.
Oh,
So
looks-
maybe if we compare an adult. Oh, this is gonna sound horrible. Maybe if we compare an adult body to a child's body, maybe there's something in the locations in a child that goes
Right.
away as you mature. And do not laugh at that, Chris. That's what makes it
Well,
bad.
My Google results are going to be interesting. Child organ body map.
Oh God!
Oh,
Jesus.
I added the developers since they commented on our last tweet. So if you guys are actually watching today, you make us Google some weird shit.
My search history will never be the same.
Octopus penis. Why do we need to Google that?
Could it be tonsil related? I mean, that would make sense for the upper
What
chest
about,
one,
what
maybe.
about the groin, though?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
And
And
it looks
again, I
so
refuse to
wonderful.
Google child groin on my so,
I'm looking at child body maps, and nothing's jumping out at me.
Yeah, I don't see anything. I mean, and it's not like we
do you
developed.
have a safer
things
stream
that are-
site?
A safer stream? No.
No.
These are all pretty explicit.
Alright.
Larynx, esophagus. Yeah, we've just done everything that's in that location.
Safe
Yeah.
for work body map.
Ooh, I'm getting a lot of those images from that guy who does the body art with the humans that he injects with the plastic to make the body art of. That's showing up a lot, surprisingly.
I'm not familiar. You might have to show me that later.
Oh, yeah. Like when people die, they'll give him his body, and then he'll fill their veins and body with this plastic polymer, making perfect casts of their body as the flesh rots away, and preserving it forever.
Wow.
And so it's horrifying, but very horrifying.
Okay, so right now I'm trying to find any, like, fast-growing cancerous symptoms that are particularly strong in children.
Yeah.
Oh.
And we're
Hey,
sure.
What is...
Could the answer be something as simple as cancer? It's
It's 7 letters long, though, right? For sure. 6.
Six.
Oh my God, I wrote down 7. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. I could try cancer.
Well, he said it was a fast-growing cancer. I thought we were supposed to.
saying,
Right.
It's saying determine the location of the unstable glandular growth described. Now, if you're watching the stream here in Discord, what is this? Is that the air passage?
Sorry, I wasn't.
that
looking.
would be
That's the
That's
yeah,
your
that's the air
trachea.
passage. Trachea, yeah.
And then this over here would be the bladder.
Bladder.
Mm-hmm.
So it does seem to be the bladder.
But we tried bladder, right? And it
To
didn't
try
work.
Bladder, it didn't work.
I mean, I guess you could try trachea, but that's not going to explain why it's down in their bladder also. Wow, I am finding some interesting dry reads and medical stuff. Good grief.
It's asking for location. Cervical.
I'm going over the different type of tumors you can have in your chest.
This is gonna be really depressing. Can you look up cancer in children that way?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I was looking it up.
Because maybe there's something there in children that doesn't show up in adults that they can get growths there from. Because if they're doing this with children, this is gonna sound bad, but if they're taking the bones from the orphan children,
Yeah.
and they're making this, maybe the stuff from, because they're orphan children, it's having an adverse effect for something that should be in that area, but because they're adults that they're doing the tests on, it's not. The growths are happening because they're not kids. I don't know.
Okay, so try marrow, because these are bone marrow experiment.
Leukemia is a cancer that is of the bone marrow, and it's usually only in children, or it's most common in children. But I think
You said,
leukemia, but I think that's too many letters.
it is.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the cancers that children specifically get.
Everywhere I
Today's
find
episode
it's just.
brought to you by Depression Search Results.
Oh my god.
If you want to be sad, tune into the Angry Toads Wednesday nights at 7.
I mean, the amount of websites on children and fast growing cancer is disturbing.
Yeah, looking through these cancers,
Alright, that's a
they're
six.
quite gnarly.
Nope, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm looking up Wilms tumors right now, which are apparently super common in seeing if that goes anywhere.
Aortic arc is where that aortic. Let's give that a shot. It's not aortic. Ilac? That doesn't seem to be anything either. Let's give that a shot.
Everything that I can find is like 7 letters or longer.
Yeah.
Study the scans of patients exposed to M55 to determine the location of the unstable glandular growth. It's a gland in those areas. So a gland that is in the chest area and the groin area. There's got to be some kind of glands in children that's in both of those spots. Esophagus and bladder. There has to be something in children. This is, my search results are going to be so bad. Children, glands.
Do
in neck.
THY?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Give me a sec.
Yeah.
THY?
THYMUS.
MUS. Thymus.
Just thymus.
Oh shit! There it is.
Oh.
Thymus gland in children is a common cancer.
Huh.
Thyomia, a rare tumor of the cells that cover the outer surface of the thymus. The thymus is so small in the upper chest under the breastbone. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
But seriously.
I think we were on the right track there.
Yeah.
Grab it. Nice.
Yeah. I found it on this website that goes over children's cancers. If you care to read something depressing.
No, I have been. I just learned that cancer is second only to accidents as the cause of death in children, so that was fun to know. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Thank you, Black Watchmen, for that.
It's an unusual
Distracted and started looking at monster truck rallies near me.
The individual is solely concerned with their self-preservation. There is no sense of conventional right and wrong, but rather the focus falls on the external consequences an action may bring upon the self. The second stage of morality concerns itself with the what's in it for me position. The individual acts in ways.
An important shipment was stolen from a secure loading site known to be used by the US military. All personnel were killed and large amounts of rupture radiation were detected. In order to obtain more information about the nature of the material stolen, as well as the motivation behind the attack, you need to investigate the crime scene and determine the origin of the shipment.
Them, with total disregard for their reputation and how.
Alright then.
I love how they don't tell you what it is, just something important.
Right.
Yep.
Forensic investigation. Examine the forensic documents gathered from the deceased guard and determine the name of the island he came from. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Alright.
There's a lot of islands in the world.
Yeah, there are.
Oh.
Let me get you guys back to...
That answer field's not telling us how many letters it is it?
Hang on a sec. Probably not, because we would just narrow it down based on name if they did that.
Yeah. They're getting wise to us.
We've got an archive call number.
Ready.
HL3 UG5.
Alright, linking it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So just the one file?
Yeah, it looks like it's a 2-pager report. From one of the technical labs. I'm guessing this is the forensics report. Whoa.
High amounts of energy.
Alright, so Taj, do you want to read the medical examiner's report?
Yeah, let me get it pulled up. 1 second. Okay, medical examiner's report by Harry Tillman. Bunch of stuff at the top. Height, age. Preliminary summary. Undetermined death of a 39-year-old. Body was found at a shipment site among many others. Signs deceased was suffering from brain aneurysms, though the cause is not known. Seems to have been subjected to a large amount of unidentified energy, slight burns found on various parts of the body that are not consistent with traditional burn. Additional remarks. Liquid was found inside the stomach containing... I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Some properties. Seems to be related to the packets of dried leaves found in the deceased pocket. Based on text message records, it seems consistent with traditional medicine or natural remedy.
The natural remedy from the island that we've already tried to use.
Gotcha. And if you go to the medical report, actually it's not a medical report, this is from forensic. So you can see his text. They're really weird.
So that strange word is prevents the onset of ulcers.
Okay. Any idea how it's pronounced?
Not a clue.
It looks like it would just be anti-ulcerogenic.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
Anti-ulcerogenic. Although the very first result is there is a journal article posted antiserogenic activity of extracts from the leaves Annona maturista. I'm gonna look up where those leaves are from.
Can you spell that for me?
That's gonna be interesting. Annona space Muricata space Linnaeus. That's the scientific name. The more common name is sour soap.
Sour soap?
Sop. Sour sop.
Sour
It
sop,
is
yeah.
from Latin America.
Annona maricata is a species of the genus Annona from the custard apple tree Annonaceae, which has edible fruit. It is usually called soursop due to slightly native to Caribbean and Central America. Although it is becoming invasive in tropical and subtropical climates throughout the world.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't narrow it down at all. We're looking for
No.
tropical island.
You're looking for
Yeah,
something that stops, what was it? Inflammation and
Anti-ulcers.
ulcers.
So have you guys looked over these text messages yet?
I have
Yeah,
not.
I'm
They're
looking at 'em right now.
kind of like elite speak.
Sort of. I wonder if
Looks like he was trying to type, but his hands aren't steady enough to actually
that's
hit
what
the
I'm
keys he
thinking.
wants.
Either his body's not working right or his brain's starting to not work right.
Oh yeah, haven't been feeling too well. The local suggested I try boiling some word for a drink.
They called
Make-
it something.
They call it SA.
Makes people. Oh, okay.
That's just a sense of their name.
I bet there's a way to figure out what these words are if you can determine like what type of phone or keyboard he's using.
Actually, isn't that similar to like an old phone?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The
Trying to remember.
short. What was that shortcut format you had when you were using a 12 key?
Yeah. Just
And
like
we-
an old picture.
We don't know how many letters it is, right?
No.
Okay.
Not on this.
Okay. So let's try that again.
I'm putting a copy of what an old phone dial pad looks like in Discord. Yeah, I think you're right, Ziataji. I'm already going through it and it seems to be matching.
Yeah, that last text message is like,
Nonsense.
I'm gonna try that as an answer. I just simply looked up an island with the oldest people.
Sure, give it a name. Spell it.
That
It's
might be
in
it, because
chat.
it has SA at the first two letters, and that's in one of the text messages.
Oh, S-A-R-D-I. I'm just gonna copy it. I can't really see it on that monitor.
it's a Sardinia. Spelled exactly like it sounds.
Incorrect.
No. Okay. Does the capitals matter? I don't think they do,
No,
but
they never have.
yeah.
Actually, on second thought, so in the summary of findings on this, it says we are able to recover a limited number of text messages from the subject's phone to Beth, presumed to be subject's spouse. The device appears to have been corrupted by exposure to high amounts of energy. So maybe that's why these messages are scrambled. It has nothing to do with jittery hands.
Mm-hmm. Well, the first message, he's angry, still missing home. They have me digging up barrels on this island. Not what I expected when I signed up. So that's, I think, what the first message is.
Right. Haven't been feeling too well. The locals suggested I tried boiling something for a drink. They called it something. They drink something when something most people so.
I'll try Samso real quick. Nope.
And it's amazing how many islands there are that are touting to be the home of the oldest people in the world. There's a lot of them.
I'm thinking the answer is in that message on the 19th, 819. I think if we can figure that out.
I've been feeling too well. The local suggested I try boiling soma. What the fuck there? That was crazy. Tried boiling some. Okay, so it's so let me get my pen. It's something you can boil that has an OITH. Assuming that the length is correct.
Okinawa? Where did you find that?
I'm just looking up any different variants of words in Google search for old people in island. And the ones I'm listing are all the ones that I can find that are claiming that they have a lot of elderly people who live a very long time.
I think the soursop leaves are sort of the key.
Let me see. I'll try adding that into the search then and see what we
So
get.
soursop leaves can be made to make something called graviola tea. I'm trying to figure out if there was an island that, like, where graviola sort of originated from.
Like extending plants.
Yeah, no one knows where soursop originally came from.
It seems like soursop's pretty widespread, but I wonder if turning it into a tea was a relatively recent.
Could be.
Okay, so soursop is grown in parts of Southeast Asia and is especially abundant on the island of Mauritius.
Spell.
Posted.
Have you already tried Okinawa?
I have not. I will try Okinawa next at this next one.
Yeah, all of those words, just try them and see. They're all different islands.
I've been trying to do hard code break on my end here. Whoa, Okinawa's right.
Oh, nice.
Because Okinawa, I think I found the same article you did, Callisti. It has some of the oldest people in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm shocked at how many places have their claim to fame for that.
You're not even going to believe this. About 4 searches down, Okinawa was right there on my list too.
Huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, sweet.
Right on. Alright. Let's go here.
So we have one more puzzle on this sphere.
Looks like it.
Ground levels. Using soil found on the boots of the guard, determine their exact origin within Okinawa. There's just one picture to go.
Oh boy.
I'll go ahead and bring up a picture of Okinawa.
Yep.
Pictures being posted in the Discord. I am going to get searching on my end as well with reverse image searching and all that. Oh, maybe not. Just a letter. Alright, so let's see what we got here. Biolab team, soil sample. The analysis has returned results that point to an extremely high levels of a chemical normally found in the dielectric and coolant fluids. Dielectric and coolant fluids. The soil contaminated
Digital.
is toxic, is it?
Or dielectric. No, it's dielectric, sorry. My bad.
No problem. The soil contaminating is toxic and has low flammability. Based on additional digital forensics work on the subject's phone, text messages suggest the guard was charged with moving buried toxic chemicals as a part of his contract. This may explain the existence of contamination. Further investigation is required.
First result in Google is a Japanese newspaper reporting on the US military suggesting a cover-up of toxic pollution in Okinawa.
Yeah. Sounds like there was a pretty big spill at some point.
3 words. First word is 6 letters. It's 634.
That page is not loading for me. I see what you're talking about, Matt, but I can't get in there.
Yeah, it's not loading for me either.
Okay,
So
let me
is
try
that-
searching something else.
Is that all they give us? Is that one sheet? The soil analysis?
Oh,
That's it.
Kadena
Alright.
Air Base.
Oh, that's
What-
probably it actually. Can you just write it down?
What is Kadena Air Base?
Kadena was the site of a huge toxic spill by the U.S. military on Okinawa.
That's probably what it is.
U.S. Air Force specifically.
That is
Yep.
right. Right on for Taji. That was quick. Alright, here we go. On to number 3.
That was actually easier than I thought it was going to be.
Conventional moral reasoning
hear that,
exists
right?
amongst adolescents and adults
Yeah.
who judge the morality of actions against understood societal norms. An individual obeys the
Oh, the
underlying
screen's gone
norms
black
of
for
their
me.
group,
One
regardless of the threat of immediate punishment. The self enters the society wishing to be perceived as
second. You good now?
Yep.
The Kadena Airbase has a holding site for the New Orb, a rare artifact of immense power. We have confirmed that the artifact was stolen and is now being held by Vanessa Boat. Intel suggests that Boat is planning to conduct a ritual using the New Orb. We need to find the location where Vanessa is going to begin the ritual and contain her before another major incident occurs.
an official to be thought of
So
as
wait,
such.
now they have a magical
The
artifact?
morality of an
Well,
action is judged based on its effects.
Have we
to the
even heard of her before now? Vanessa
Will-
Boat? Is that what he said?
Vanessa and the New Orb? This is the first I've heard of either of those.
Yeah, they're... Mm-hmm.
So we're supposed to be figuring out where she is, who she is,
I'll
the
take
artifact?
1
Okay.
second.
That sounds like he's trying to hold back from saying something.
Material analysis. Based on the analysis report, identify what the structure that Vanessa is looking for is made of. And I've got an archive call number here.
Yep.
It's DL8 and W3S.
Got it. Posting.
And we're
That is
ignoring
the
chat.
only-
Sorry, Raptor.
That
Yeah,
is
these
the-
words are kind of crazy.
The only information that this one gives us.
Okay, the new orb report.
Alright. Somebody want to
So
read this one?
We're supposed to be figuring out what the artifact is made of? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
You in reality already know who Vanessa Bop is.
And it sounds like, just looking at this, she's not looking for the new orb, she's looking for the monkey paw, which is something you can use. Maybe. I could be reading that
It
wrong.
was given to her to establish a stronger relationship with our agency. Abilities of the artifact are still not fully known.
Suggest a third item was required to complete the process. The act as a conducting rod.
Size 9.25 inches in circumference.
Eh.
Visual description appears to be lightly luminate stone with a smooth surface. Light emitted is a bluish tone, thought to be occult in nature. Has a myrmekitic. What the hell?
Myrmekite. A myrmekite describes a vermicular or wormy intergrowth of quartz in paleogeoclase. The intergrowths are microscopic in scale, typically with maximum dimensions of less than 1 millimeter. So it's sort of wormy looking.
Alright. Psychic properties. Reports recovered from experimental logs have been described the mesmerizing effects of the orb. Subjects exposed to the orb have a strong urge to possess the object. One subject described the sensation as being called by an unknown force to join others in a better place. Maybe she's looking for some Cthulhu
What
shit.
the hell?
Energy signature. Experimental energy detection devices have identified a strange and unique energy signature. We have termed this new signature as an abyssal signature. The energy emitted as abyssal energy. Detection methods. Orb material. The orb's composition is believed to be the same as the conducting rod. If the material of that orb is made... The material that the orb is made of can be identified. It is possible that the structure can be detected by our sensors. So I think the material is what we're trying to identify here.
And then
real quick
we
on
have
the
a-
other side. It is a 7-letter word.
And then we have a chemical composition. I'm just going to sit back and let Meph solve this one.
So it's only one word,
One word, yeah.
and it's 7 letters.
This
Yeah.
will enable us to plot a path to the structure and ultimately track down the site where she's headed.
Do you know the code number near the top? Do you see Vanessa Bop subject LI9S2W? Third line. That was in a previous mission, if you remember. She was one of the subjects we recovered. And this isn't shown because of this, but there was a live event with this specific agent where you had to help her escape from her hostage take. I guess hostage takers might be the right phrase. When she requested protection from the agency, she was the only source left to analyze the M55 experiments at the Rosenberg Clinic. And so it was a big live event in like Toronto where a whole bunch of people got out to try to prepare an escape route for her.
That's really cool.
So she's with us now, but she defected and used to be with this.
Yeah, well, she requested protection, but she was never really with us. It was more like a mutual relationship. We keep her alive. She lets us analyze her. Now she's going rogue.
Yeah, she's doing her thing. All right.
Alright. Let's see how much about chemistry I actually know. 72% silicon aluminum. That means it's an alloy. No, it's not an alloy. It's using a different composition. Probably mined from a open face mine. Probably went similar way. The fact that it contains thorium and 12 to 15 ppm. It might be near a rare earth mine. Looking at this.
One of the things on this list is going to be extremely rare. It's gotta be, right?
Well, titanium's pretty rare, isn't it?
I don't
Yep.
know.
Most of the sources for titanium are in Russia. Or at least the largest sources are in Russia.
So let's start doing some Googling here. Let's go ahead and switch this off, switch this back.
Oh, hello.
You said it's an alloy?
It's not an alloy because it's not a full metal. It's silica dioxide.
Gotcha.
I'm thinking it might be the material that you can get thorium from, but the ppm is too small for that, I think, because it's mostly silicon dioxide. The titanium is at a relatively normal-looking amounts, although the fact that it contains iron 2 oxide in pure form is pretty unusual. Usually that'd be oxidized iron 3, wouldn't stay as iron 2. The other stuff is different. I think the thorium and uranium are important here because their ppm amounts are higher than they usually be in this material, in most materials. So it's moderately radioactive.
Are any of these chemicals not naturally occurring?
All of these will exist in nature.
It's gonna be
Even
mildly
together.
radioactive, you said?
It should be at least be moderately radioactive because there's a decent amount of thorium and uranium in there. Usually they should be smaller if this was just in the wild. Thorium especially.
So going with some of the item characteristics, are there any radioactive metals or
There's a lot.
substances that would cause mesmerizing effect?
Mesmerizing? I don't think so. I don't know of anything that's used in magic like that. Yeah, but thorium and uranium together at the same time. That's interesting.
At the same time, you said thorium and uranium.
Yeah, at the same time. Like mined at the same time. Because it's looking for a location where it is.
It's saying, well, not itself is therefore not a direct source of fuel in nuclear reactors. The faintly radioactive metal thorium is nonetheless important to global nuclear industry as it can be easily transmuted into uranium.
Yeah. That's what thorium is usually used for, but thorium is frequently mined and thrown away during rare earth mining, when you're farming the rare earths for use in like phones and shit. You usually can get a lot of thorium from that too, and it frequently just gets thrown away because nobody wants it.
South Africa has 9 mines.
Yeah, they're one of the biggest ones. Curious if South Africa might be involved. But there's so many different minerals that use those two compounds. There's huge numbers, and I don't know them all.
So we have other clues. Remember that we're looking for a luminant stone with a stone or a smooth surface, light emitted in a bluish tone.
Yeah, bluish
And-
tone. To me, that says Chekhov radiation. That you get from light passing through a material, but going slower.
And a mere magnetic appearance. I mean, that's got to be important.
Yeah, that's gotta be important. Cherkanov. Oh, I spelled this, pronounced it wrong. Cherkanov, not Chekhov. Stupid.
East Central Idaho, uranium and thorium.
In Idaho?
In Idaho. Southwestern Montana.
Okay, so myrmekite is formed during developed during late stages of crystallization of igneous rocks. The two minerals, quartz and feldspar, grow simultaneously in the presence of a volatile phase.
Could be. Here's a report on uranium, thorium materials. I don't think this will be too useful. No, they don't use silica here. The use of silica is kind of throwing me through a loop because there's so much of it.
Well, let's give it a shot. Nope, it's not radium.
Did you say myrmekite, Ziataji? Myrmekite?
No, I'm just myrmekitic. Myrmekite.
Myrmekite.
Yeah, it was that word they had to describe.
Yeah, it's not an actual mineral or material. It looks like it's more of a formation or
It's a
I guess
like a
property.
geological texture.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I think Zero's on the same track I am. I was just on that website trying to track down rocks that just have a blue glow.
Yeah, radium was promising, but it's not radium.
Did they say in this, No, they didn't. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
Do we have an idea of the number of the size of the word, or is it 2 words, or is it blank again?
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. It was 6 to 7 letters. 7 letters.
7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meph, when you heard blue glow, you're talking about Cherenkov radiation?
Yeah, when charged particles pass through a dielectric, or was it dielectric? I think it's a dielectric at a speed slower than the velocity of light in that medium. It starts emitting blue color.
Gotcha. Is that naturally occurring in any materials, or is that something that happens?
It happens in anything involving charged particles. So like nuclear reactors, the water that they sit in will glow blue because the charged particles are traveling through the medium and emits light.
Gotcha. So what could emit Cherenkov radiation?
Yeah.
So what now?
It's called halite and slavlite. Blue. That's 7 other words.
What about granite?
That'd be really underwhelming if it was granite.
Well, it's in the article from Mimerites. Mimic, whatever. Hey, Zutaji, scroll down to the chemical composition of granite.
Yeah, 1 second. Feldspar, quartz, mica.
Look at those percentages.
Whoa.
It almost exactly matches.
So we're
What is
definitely
it?
looking for something that's granite, or
Yeah, granite.
Granite's 4 letters.
Did you?
Or 7 letters, sorry.
I'll
Is that
try
really
granite.
it?
Oh, that would be underwhelming.
I guess. Or is it
I
already
mean,
up there? Is it already
the
hanging?
percentages in the
Oh.
PDF are the same as the
Hey,
one on the wiki
If
page,
it
so we'll
matches, it
find.
matches.
Yeah.
And now I
There we go.
my
It was-
counter spotlight.
It's granite.
So this
Wow.
thing is just granite. She's got a granite orb.
Well,
Yep.
a granite. What's
A
the
granite
name?
orb
Rod?
that has a bunch of radioactive material in it.
Yeah.
That's very specific.
Alright, this one here. Abyssal signature. Identifying the name of the structure. Identify the name of the structure based on the map detailing the locations of the signature throughout history. Okay. First picture I am going to be posting here in a second. There is the first picture for you guys. Alright. And the second one, I believe, is a call number. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Map briefing. Signatures related to the monument structure Vanessa is seeking have been overlaid on a map. These signatures show where the structure has existed at various times in histories, from oldest footprint to newest footprint. I can copy that and paste what that says into Discord. That picture is all we have to go off of. We have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 letter word. It's 917. 9 letters, 1 letter, 7 letters.
Well, I
Okay,
guess.
So, go ahead.
I was about to say. So the previous thing, it's material from our world imbued with some strange power, so it's giving off a signature,
Yes.
even though it's made of mundane material. Just so I'm guessing it's probably an ancient artifact. But looking at the picture, we see the new London Museum, or at least I think it's a museum because it's in London. And then we see Cairo, or Egypt, wherever that
Right.
place in Egypt. So I'm thinking the British at some point took something from in
Yeah.
Egypt and probably put it into their museum.
It would make sense.
It was also in the Bay of Biscay at one point. Like, there's no islands there or anything, and that's just out in the middle.
Sitting on a ship, maybe? Maybe there was an island at some point in the past.
Maybe there's something underwater in that area.
Oh, look. Atlantis.
From the oldest footprint to the newest. Would the oldest be the faintest trace and the newest be where it currently is, the strongest?
That could be. I'm
so
thinking.
that was down at the bottom of the Nile, made its way up to Cairo.
Gradually getting stronger.
Yeah, so
and we're trying to identify where she's going, right?
Well, she's going wherever the hell this is up here.
And this is, she needs this for her ritual, right?
She's going to the same location the orb is made of.
Okay.
The orb was made from some strange material, and she's going to the same location the orb came from, apparently. Maybe. But what is it? What it's asking where she's going, right? And
Yes.
that's okay.
So we need a-
It's London.
Yeah, I mean that's London. It's most likely probably the London area, but that's the newest. But that's so strong. That's where it was being stored.
Right.
United Kingdom.
So we're looking for a place and not the. Okay.
We also know whatever we're looking for is made of granite.
Actually, was granite a common material used in Egypt?
Hmm.
That's not small, right?
Oh yeah, it is made up of granite in Egypt.
So if we can find a list of Egyptian exhibits currently in London, and then from there we find something that was sunk in the Bay of Biscay at some point, I think that's our answer.
We've got the Birmingham Museum of Art, which has Egyptian red granite statues. I don't know if that's something that we can run with.
I think. Do we have any idea what the size or dimensions are of this item that we're looking for? The resonant.
It was. There was a whole page on it, wasn't there?
That was on the one before,
Oh.
right?
So we have a page on stuff describing the orb.
But wasn't whatever she's looking at is made up of the same thing, so it would be faintly glowing blue, right?
Right. If it was also radioactive.
Well, it might not be glowing as such.
The Department of Ancient Egypt and Sudan at the British Museum houses an extensive collection of objects which illustrate the cultures of the Nile Valley from the Neolithic period until present day. The department also houses an important archive relating to Egyptology and Nubian studies, and one of the leading research libraries subject to the area.
So you might be onto something with the Nile Valley, because the original location of this, looking at the map, was at the bottom of the Nile.
Yeah, that's why I was saying. It's 917. What's 916?
What's 916?
What the answer is. It's 9 letters, 1 letter, then 6 letters.
Egypt. Well, why don't we try... Okay, so if I type in granite structures moved from Egypt to London, one of these specific results, and I'm putting it in chat, is a large obelisk called Cleopatra's Needle, London. In London.
916, if the 1 is the apostrophe S. Cleopatra's Needle sounds correct.
Because was a granite monument that was specifically ripped out and taken to London from Egypt.
Transport from the Alexandria. The effort was almost met with disaster in October 1877 in the Bay of Biscay.
You're absolutely right. It's not a space. There is an apostrophe in the answer.
Nice.
That's it. Cleopatra's Needle. Good
we got
job.
it.
Cool.
Alright, let's move you guys back to here. We're on number 3 now.
Rules are followed regardless of their perceived fairness, but simply because they are seen as necessary to maintaining one's place within society. An outside force has decided upon what is right and wrong, and at the 4th stage, the individual obeys these laws in order to maintain societal order.
Vanessa Boat is attempting to open up a rift into a higher plane of existence. If this occurs near a populated area, we'll have the same result as the Patient Alpha experiment. In this scenario, civilian casualties could be massive. We must prepare countermeasures for what's to come. Contact the rare artifacts trader, Oscar Bryant, and obtain intel on what can be used to stop Boat.
Because then others will not as well. Therefore, it is my duty to obey. When someone breaks the agreed-upon laws, it is morally wrong, because they have gone against the wishes of the majority.
There's something wrong about the way she just said about that.
Yeah. That morality documentary is starting to get weird.
Yeah, a little bit. Containment. Here we go. O'Brien responded to our inquiry, used the information he provided to determine the current location of the artifact required to stop Bob. Or Bopper. Whatever her name is. I am going to be sending pictures over. And here they come.
Thank you.
There you go.
Hello. I've checked everywhere and asked around. No luck. There's little that can be done to counteract the effects of the new orb coupled with a monkey paw. However, you can still contain the effects to a small area. I found notes about an ancient Hamadan talisman called the Circular Fury, said to push all power inward so that God's glory may erupt eternally within. I've done some reading into it, and it seems that if used correctly, it should contain the effects of Vanessa's ritual, so there's no outward blast of energy. There's supposedly an inscription on the back of the artifact to be repeated only once the wearer wishes to activate. It does not appear to be for sale, meaning that it is likely in a not likely in a private collection. I've attached an etching done of the talisman by archaeologists who discovered it. It wasn't cheap, but I still owe you guys for that Black Lotus blade. And what's the goal of the puzzle?
1 second, I'm gonna switch up your sequence in the screen. Okay. The point of... Whoa. Okay. We are to determine the current location of the artifact required to stop the fall. And it is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 10, 2, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3.
What?
That's what it is, yep.
Okay.
2, 7, 8, 3. Holy shit.
Right off the bat, looking at that line on the sigil or the medallion, that's from the Middle East. That looks like something from Babylon. Where it is, I have no idea.
It looks like a lion with wings looking backwards. Maybe a griffin?
I typed in the name Circular Fury into Google. It took me to a thing on the highlights from a collection in Iran.
I'm looking at that exact thing with the University of Chicago and the Oriental Institute.
Yeah, you can see the lion symbol up here a few places.
What's interesting is I think we've seen some of the other symbols they're using on here too, but I don't know if we actually... This is the location of what exactly that we're looking for?
The ritual.
Where the ritual's at, okay.
Hang on, I will make sure. O'Brien responded to their inquiry, used the information he provided to determine the current location of the artifact required to stop Bopper.
The circular fury,
Yes.
where that's at, right?
Yes.
Well then, although this doesn't fit the number scheme you gave, but it says it's currently at the University of Chicago?
7.
Or the Oriental Institute?
Type it out and I will... Hello, that's... Tataji, that's good.
So 1027 would be University of Chicago.
Hamadan Talisman.
You kind of cut out there, Zetaji.
Sorry, 1027. The first 3 words are University of Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that would work. Yeah, because that's the first thing that pops up when you type that in Google.
So we need the 8 and the 3.
So... maybe it's a specific place at the University of Chicago?
Right, like a department or something.
Oh, Lord. Let's see if it'll say on here where it's at.
The Oriental Institute. I mean, Oriental is 8 letters.
But Oriental what?
Might be INT. Oriental Institute INT, but that doesn't make too much sense.
University of Chicago Oriental.
Because I keep getting Oriental Institute as well.
Alright, here is a full list of all of the departments at the University of Chicago.
Okay. This won't take a while.
Hey, I mean, if we can go down it and find it.
We've got Chicago. Wait.
Because the abbreviation for institute is INST, right?
Yeah.
University of Chicago, and then 8 and 3.
Could be Oriental.
What?
Oriental art, maybe?
Maybe
That
that.
doesn't make sense.
Oriental
It's worth a shot.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's the Oriental Institute. They even use that symbol for their insignia.
Mm-hmm.
So what are we missing here?
I don't know, because this is where it's at. It's the University of Chicago and the Oriental Institute.
I mean, I would try art. Might as well give it a shot. Oriental art. That's the last two words.
What's the abbreviation for museum? Is there one?
I'm not sure I spelled this right.
I have no
Because
idea.
they're calling it the Oriental Institute Museum. If you go and actually look into the museum and exhibit.
People, you do not need to know my location.
Mm-hmm.
Oriental art is not correct.
No, not by itself. You have to put in Chicago.
No, he
I
did all that.
University of
Oh,
Chicago
okay.
Oriental art.
Sorry, I wasn't looking. Okay.
Delete everything again, Zero. I want to see the format of the clue. Or the format of the answer. Maybe it isn't 3 letters. What if it just keeps going? What if the answer is just University of Chicago Oriental? See what I mean? Because those last
Like it
3
goes
letters
off
are
of it,
hitting the
yeah.
end. Yeah, like it goes off screen.
Well, try that. Try the University of Chicago, the Oriental Institute.
That's a good catch, Ziyataji.
Have it typed out if you want to copy paste.
You there, Zara?
I'm so sorry. I'm sitting here talking to myself. Yes, I said thank you for doing that, printing it out for me, because spelling is not my strong suit. There it is.
Oh, yep, it is the whole
Awesome.
thing.
Overthinking
It
it.
tells you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to the next one. It's one picture. Oh no. We're stealing some shit.
Gonna get it back.
Alright, let's exit out all this stuff here since we don't need it no more. Copy that, let's drop down to Firefox.
The location of the only camera within the Persian Gallery.
Okay, so, Persian Gallery. Aid the extraction team in their plans to steal the talisman by identifying the location of the only camera within the Persian Gallery. The only camera. Alright, let's make sure that stream can see the line. I think they can. Good. Display case. This is all it gives us, too.
Just this one thing?
That's it, there's nothing else there. Nothing else to go on.
Location of camera, okay.
So I'm guessing we're trying to find the grid coordinate.
Yeah.
So you're looking for a spot probably on a wall that has line of sight of all these. I'm thinking somewhere down towards the bottom right corner, like J9 or J10.
Yep.
A J10 as a display case. Yeah, maybe?
It also might be on the pillar F1, but that
Could
feels
be.
weird.
Or it could be like the same idea, just the other corner, J1. Because that could see everything.
J1 wouldn't have line of sight on the display case in the upper left-hand corner. There's a...
Very true.
No.
So, F1,
Yeah.
Oh, because of the
This is-
pillar. Gotcha.
F1 here, this is just a bench, so it would have full sight here going this way, going back and forth, and then it would have the display case, but God knows how big that actually is.
But F1 is where the pillar is, so what
saying
side of the
attached
pillar
to
do you
the
mount that on?
Well, if you had it on this side here, I don't know if you can see what I'm doing.
We
No,
can't see
I
your
can't
screen.
Alright, yeah, okay, so the stream. Alright, here.
So, like, we
So
don't
if
know
you
if this
had
is
it-
a
if you
sweeping
had
camera
it-
or a fixed camera.
I would imagine it's gotta be, well, I would think that it's a sweeping camera. If you had it on this side of the pillar, okay, and it was sweeping, you have from here and then going this way. II is just a bench, so you have full view going this way. And the problem here is it doesn't say whether or not these display cases go to the ceiling.
Right.
Or if they're glass
If
or
they
not.
didn't, then you have full everything for this entire area. So this door here, and then back. Now that would
Sure.
leave this display case off of the camera. So if you were to enter from this door, you'd enter once the camera reaches this point, come around here to the side, and then around here, you're going this
But
way.
is the goal of the puzzle to find the entry point, or is it to find the location of the camera?
The location.
Here's
of
the
the
location of the camera.
I'm saying outside of this point, I don't see a
Right.
better point for a camera. I think Meth might be correct.
Yeah, I would say it's either on the pillar. It also might be A3, because at that, like, somewhere near the A1, 2, or 3, just because it would have line of sight to everything at the same time. Well, maybe
Most
not
cameras
A1.
don't have great line of sight pointing straight down, though. It'd have a hard
Yeah.
time seeing the back
You're right.
immediately below.
I think you would want the hallway access to be in the camera view as well.
Maybe. I mean, we can start plugging them in. We've already got 3 possible answers.
Yeah, I don't think it's J10 because I think the bust and the head are going to block line of sight too.
Right.
So what is that? That's F1 or F2?
F1 or F2 can try either.
I mean, there's only 100 possible answers. Just brute force it.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not the F pillar.
Let's
Can
try
you
A.
Oh wait, hang on.
Oh, go ahead.
Let's try
A3.
those.
All right.
Yeah, just because, even though they don't have good line of sight down.
Okay. You said A3.
Yeah,
Okay.
this probably won't work. Yeah,
Alrighty.
you're right.
Can you try J8, 9, and 10?
J8.
No, that wouldn't work either.
J9.
I just-
J10.
Yeah, I just realized the bull's head blocks line of sight from the bottom left display case.
Location on camera.
So what about up in the corner A10? Because
Yeah,
assuming that those cases are not
Yeah,
to
but then the Lamasu's bust may block it, and I don't know.
A10
if it
Right.
is
will.
correct.
really?
Is it?
And-
All right.
Yep, A10 is
Alright.
correct.
It's
That
so
would-
hard
that
to
would
tell
be-
looking at this, like how big these things are, and if you can see through
Yeah, it needs to have more details on the
them.
height of things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
Right on. That was good. Okay, so let's spin this little all around. Okay, we've got one picture. I'm copying it over to you right now. You guys can still see the screen, right?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, there's the picture. That looks like
Oh
code.
wow. Yeah. Are we supposed to decipher that?
I will
Oh
learn
my
to learn
god.
Here in a second, what we're supposed to do. The back of the talisman contains an ancient inscription. Decipher the meaning of the symbol so that it can be activated as needed.
Oh lord.
Oh, fuck.
That's here 4 doubled to 8.
Triangle, triangle, line.
That's the inscription: triangle, line, line, triangle, triangle, line.
Mhm.
Activate.
Why does that sound like old school cheat codes?
It kind of does.
This is a Hamadon artifact, right?
Mm-hmm.
Trying to see if there's any like list of Hamadon hieroglyphics.
Okay. Where was this medallion from? It's from the Oriental collection.
Wasn't this the one that was from Iran?
Yeah, so Persia.
Mm-hmm.
I don't suppose Persian language translation.
Oh, this might be something. Yeah, I just found that ancient Persian scripts.
There we go. That looks really familiar.
Oh, wow.
So if we compare those side to side.
Do we know how many characters we're looking for? How long it is?
Again, talking. I don't. It mutes itself. I apologize. It's Ahura Mazda is what it is.
What?
If you are looking at my screen here, I have it. It's right here. It's this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to try to type that into the.
What does that even mean? Is that a place?
See, it doesn't look like. I don't know. Let's give it a shot. Ahura Mazda.
But you're right, it matches it.
There are two different spellings there.
Just needed to space it. Got it. We're good.
Yep.
Alright then.
What is that from? What is that sheet that you're looking at from?
This is Persian hieroglyphics.
Hmm.
See?
Nice.
I went off of what you were saying, the Persian stuff. I went Persian
Oh, yeah.
hieroglyphics, and it's right there. The
Yeah, I
exact
found the same thing you did.
All right, here we go.
At the principal
Can't hear
level, the
Oh, there we go.
individual's principles are more highly regarded than those of society. One views rules at this level as useful, but malleable means to an end. They maintain order and protect individuals within a group. However, one may disobey laws when they are inconsistent with their own.
In preparation for Boat's arrival at the ritual site, we need to secure the area. You need to coordinate the necessary components to ensure that Boat can easily be detected, subdued and detained without causing a major media incident. We must work quickly and quietly.
They are heralded as the tools needed to bring laws about that promote the greatest good for the greatest number of people. When a law no longer
That's some cold
So-
shit going on there.
So before we dive into the next puzzle, just some context on Ahura Mazda. He is the highest spirit worshipped within the old Mede and Persian religion, and is the creator of the universe and all things in it.
All right.
Interesting.
Alright, this one's called Homebrew. Order a device capable of detecting Bob before she gets to Cleopatra's needle.
So we're looking for the device.
And one, we're ordering a device.
So
I'm sending you a website now.
Wait, I
Alright.
thought she'd already reached the needle.
No, apparently she's in transit, and we need to figure out where she was going.
Alright, here we go. Just fix your guys' screen, choose, let's see what I'm doing. Due to unique threat that Bob poses, we cannot rely on human intelligence to notify us when she's within the area of operations. The current state of Bob allows new equipment to be built that can take advantage of her unique footprint. Our technical team will modify the detector to create a non-conventional device capable of picking up an aura discharge from Bob. The technical specifications for this device needed for her detection is outlined in this document. Technical specifications. 1. Ability to detect extremely small changes in magnetic fields. 2. Cryogenic refrigeration not required. 3. All optical measurements. 4. Must meet the BOP detection device sensitivity levels. Extremely sensitive.
Is this all we have? Is this one? And again, we're trying to
find the name of a device we can use to perform these functions.
the device itself.
Four-letter
Okay.
word.
And it can't be cryo.
Can't be what now?
It says
Cryogenic.
refrigeration not required.
Okay.
It's something that needs to be able to detect 1 hertz.
Yeah, if it's detecting magnetic changes through optical, then it has to be doing it by detecting the changes in the polarization of lights.
So we need a device that can detect long-range changes in a magnetic field. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Seems like it.
Some type of...
I swear this game is just a cover so that, like, they're actually doing some terrorist shit. And we're playing this game and we're getting flagged for all this shit research as a cover.
Yeah. You'll be taking the fall for someone.
Yeah, gonna be in prison.
Did you just say 4-letter word?
4-letter word.
MEMS.
Yeah.
MEMS?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, the MEMS doesn't use optical to do it.
Gotcha.
Ooh, that's sensitive. This measuring device can detect magnetic fluctuations on the human nervous system.
I don't know if you're looking at the same thing.
Shut off your mic.
Okay, plus you've got open air coming out of your mic. Ultra-sensitive magnetic field sensor.
Yeah, we're looking at the same thing.
Yeah.
Just... Give me a name.
Give me a name before Meth gets it.
I'm on the same page too.
Now it picks up the signals from nerves in live humans.
Could the answer be an abbreviation for optical magnetic field sensor, OMFS?
Yeah,
Shut
maybe.
up.
OMFS.
No.
Oh, damn.
USMS. Quantum Research Group Laboratories. This seems like the right thing, because it says even without coming in contact with the body, it can detect this.
Right. But I think an optical magnetic field sensor is just a broad category of device. We need to find something more specific.
Well, again, this isn't long range either, though. It says it can easily be picked up at a distance of a few millimeters.
I'm curious how the cryogenic refrigeration clue is relevant.
OPMS.
What's that stand for?
Hang on. That's incorrect. That was optically pumped magnetometers. Magnetometer, sorry.
Gotcha.
I've got some more four-letter abbreviations to try, though. We've got a surf here. Surf. Got it!
Oh, nice.
Alright,
What is it?
Spine Exchange Relaxation Free. It is
Okay.
here, I'll send you the link so you guys can actually read it in depth.
Oh, yeah.
I also managed to find why the cryo freezing was relevant. Some of the more finely tuned field sensors are called squids, and they all must be cooled within a few degrees of absolute. Require liquid helium.
Yeah. Interesting.
Alright, here's the next information. And in a second here, I will read
We're making a cloaking device.
the Cloak and Dagger. Identify a material that can be used effectively to effectively cloak our equipment from passerbyers and meet the requirements given.
So we're just looking for the name of a material?
Here's a spy game. Develop invisibility technology now.
You got 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes or your
go.
computer fucking explodes. It's very quick. Keep talking and nobody dies.
Do we know how many letters it is?
Yeah, you're not gonna like the answer. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is it? Hang on. No, it's 8. 5. 12.
Do we have anything other than this one sheet?
No, just the one sheet.
Yay! Alright.
So I provided the Wikipedia article on cloaking devices that seems to be a decent jumping off point.
Awesome.
Thank you.
I'm gonna look up MacGyver and see if he can. We've got a rock and a stick and need to make a cloaking device.
So, I'm trying to understand. So it wants it to be like A or B, or what is it looking
Light
for?
must be reflected exactly as shown in Figure B.
Exactly as shown in Figure B.
So it doesn't pass through, it reflects. Can't
Right.
pass through at all.
Yeah, diagram A is displaying refracting light. B is reflecting.
Alright. So in this case, it's reflecting at an obtuse angle.
And here's the summary. We now have the ability to detect Bob before she gets within lethal range of our personnel. However, our equipment on site has a possibility of revealing our location to her unless they are properly cloaked. It may also arise suspicion if our devices are detected by military or security agencies, causing a panic in the surrounding area. The material we need must meet specific requirements and perform as indicated. I don't know if I want this place to have cloaking technology.
Well, here's
Alright.
also a good article. This is permeability in reference to electromagnetic radiation, like light.
Okay. So it appears the technology that's used in light reflecting cloaking devices is metamaterial. So we're looking for material that's both permeable and can be used in metamaterial.
Yeah,
It has an obtuse.
I've seen this cloth stuff that does this. Hang on. There it is.
Well, negative. It means it has to have no angle because it's not going through at all, so it can't be positive. So it doesn't have a positive angle, it has to have a negative angle.
You said the first word had 7 letters in it?
I can go back and confirm. Hang on.
Sorry, I didn't write it down.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8, thank you.
First one is 8.
Yeah, because the first image that's shown is a positive angle, because both angles, the dotted line is the baseline, so the line coming down has the angle between the dotted line and the angle line as a negative number below, but then the number you're paying attention to is the line that's coming out in the gray square. When it's above the negative line, it's a positive angle, and when it's below the negative line, it's a negative angle of light of refraction.
Right, okay.
So we're looking at something with a negative angle, or a negative...
Negative angle of refraction.
Must also have permittivity less than 0 and permeability less than...
Yeah, permivity and permeability. Here's the permittivity if you need to know it. Brush up on that.
I do.
There's some nice differential equations in here. Blah 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 blah. What about if I look at the refractive index, it might give an angle.
That's actually what I'm looking at right now.
Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Gotta step away.
Yeah, no problem, bud.
Negative index. Maybe? Is it looking for specific material?
Specifically what it says is, identify a material that can be used effectively Jesus Christ, yes, material.
Alright. Well, this is the general name of the materials that do what they're describing. Negative index metamaterial.
Let's give it a shot.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple different composites that have been made. There's an antiferromagnetic material that was made. A copper material. With a weird lattice.
You're right, negative index metamaterial.
Alright.
Awesome. I don't know. We're tearing through these pretty darn fast tonight.
I'm thinking the last one is going to be the one that
Gets us. Yeah.
Yeah, because the last one, on the previous one, was like 4 things in one.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Here is the new thing. This is the only thing attached to it.
Yeah. I like to imagine that we're just some schmuck with a cup of really cheap, crappy coffee, sitting at a desk with his shoes off, looking at his computer, doing this, and with a black Watchmen logo.
With that weird half lit cigarette, kind of just dangling.
Yep.
Right over, look on the eyes.
Yeah. He gets a message. Our agents are in danger. We must move quickly. Agent, and then he looks at his phone and keeps playing Flappy Bird for a bit before he gets...
Alright, description, one shot. Obtain the name of a building with a high vantage point and clear line of shot. Oh, forgive me. A high vantage point and clear line of shot for our snipers.
Alright, we're taking her out. Yep.
Alright, here's the letter. Agent, I can mobilize Bop. I can immobilize Bop if I can get a clear shot. I have been equipped with a Karcher tranquilizer rifle that can deliver a powerful sedative, substance CCK-1600, to the target. Unfortunately, the range of the rifle is less than ideal. I can only make a clean shot up to 600 feet away. All you need to do is get me in position. There is a lot of tree cover around the needle. All I need is a clear line of sight. Find the top of the building that offers the clearest view to the base of Cleopatra's Needle. You let me worry. See, now we're going to be Googling best vantage point.
Yeah, our pictures aren't going to be great.
I'm going to Google Map and doing a street view.
So, okay, wait. So
you're gonna like this. I downloaded this for this reason too. Hang on.
That was it? Just that one letter?
Yep.
So, what map are we supposed to be looking at to figure this out?
Where the Cleopatra's Needle is.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm looking at the street view right now.
Did we solve the last puzzle?
Oh yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Negative index metamaterials. It was in the Wikipedia link to it from the other negative index material thing.
Gotcha.
So
okay, what are we doing now?
Looking for a vantage point to shoot someone.
Yeah, for a sniper.
Oh, Jesus.
So what we're doing is we're Googling best vantage point of
I don't want that in my search history.
So wouldn't they need to be able to see, because looking at it, Cleopatra's Needle is not small. So if they're at one side, they wouldn't be able to see through to the other side. So unless they're like on top of it, how are they supposed to see around all sides to shoot?
We'll have to figure it out.
I mean, can we just tell them to sit on top of Cleopatra's Needle?
Yeah, he'll be invisible, doesn't matter, right?
Well, true. How many letters is the answer?
8.
So, Cleopatra's Needle is in Central Park in New York right now, so we just need to find...
5, 6, 7.
There's multiple needles.
Oh.
There's one in New York, one in London, and one in Paris.
Do we know which one we're going for?
The London one.
The London one.
Okay.
Thank you. I don't know why it was so hard to find a street view. Okay, this is not what I wanted.
we go. Feet up. Alright, I think actually he might be able to take the shot from.
That's gonna be a good distance, so.
600 feet?
Yeah, 600 feet's not very long.
Well, yeah, I thought that was the furthest it could be out from it, right?
Yeah, the furthest is 600. There's a little parting in the tree there, I see. Could you turn the camera so that we're looking to the west, so it could turn it the other direction? Yeah. There's a little parting in the trees there. There might be a shot across from that building.
Let's place ourselves right on top of this building here.
I don't think that's 600 feet, though.
No, it looks a little bit further than 600 feet, but...
It's a maybe.
See, what I was thinking is, I don't know if it's 600 feet, but there's this over here. And then there's this bridge here.
Yeah, we're looking for a building, though.
Yeah.
What river is that? The Thames?
River Thames.
Do we have any indications on these maps, because I'm looking at a map too on Google, of distance? Like, is there any kind of tool that you could pop on there that would give you distances?
I don't think so. Probably for you're not a sniper reasons. Is it 600 feet from this vantage point to this person right here?
What do you need to know? Oh, just wondering, school project.
School project, yeah. Mind your business.
So,
I think this building here. What is this building? Virgin Active? No, that's a health club.
Give it a shot.
Let's do it this way.
you weren't wrong. There are a lot of trees.
Yeah, most of them block most of the paths. I just wish
it would have to be something like here or here.
Wish we had some way of measuring distance on this.
I just wish I could find a Google Street View. I don't know why this is so hard.
I found one with the actual address of the needle. Hold on, I'll give you the address. This is the needle's actual address.
So there's the needle.
Which is weird that it has an address, but it did. Or does.
The needle's right here in front of us, directly behind us. Within the trees, but...
So it definitely, I mean, I'm horrible at looking at this map and seeing distance. Across the water is way too far away, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Well, do we have an indication of the name?
No, see, I looked at these buildings. There is something over here called Virgin Active, but it's a separate building. So this building here is... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not too familiar with the Google. There we go. Controls.
Can we just put them on top of the needle? Is that an option?
That's what I said.
So, like, this building here doesn't have a name. It looks like an apartment building or something.
See, I feel like all of these are going to have the problem unless they... If the person was behind the needle, I guess they wouldn't have to... The person's going to walk away eventually, I guess. But they're, like, staying behind the needle the whole time. I don't know how you'd shoot them. No matter where you're
They're going to be
at.
approaching from the street, though.
Did they say that?
How else would you approach?
Water?
Guess boat?
Yeah, you could approach my boat.
So I think this is further than 600 feet, but up here on top of the bridge would be a good vantage point.
Yeah, I thought of that too, but I think it's too far. And I was thinking, well, maybe the little dock thing, but I think, I don't know, I need to get a measuring tool on here. Does Google Maps have measurement tools? They really should. You know, for whenever you need to snipe
for
someone.
when you need to snipe someone. Dear Google, we request that you add this feature because
Get
it is
good.
very difficult for us to plan out our sniping routine.
We appreciate your hard work.
Also, if you could clearly mark the locations of the nearest law enforcement agencies. That
Okay, so let's.
Okay,
let's do
all right. I
this.
just looked it up.
Yeah.
Or could you go back to the thing? The building in your on the left,
This one?
that one right there. It's referred to as the Adelphi, the building.
Can you spell that?
Adelphi.
Yes.
nice.
Good job.
I just
Ah.
looked it up on Google Maps. More specifically, I just.
I don't know why it doesn't say that here. Let me try dropping this little dude in front of the building.
I found it just after Meph did. This link actually is basically the perfect view that we're looking for.
Oh, yep, that's it.
There we go. And the other one is called
Cool.
Shalmek's House.
You can
Cool.
see the needle down on the right.
Would they
Mhm.
really be able to see over those trees, though?
I don't know if you're tall enough.
I mean, even on the top of the building, I
And
feel
there was
like...
a slight space between the trees, where there was a small amount of space where they would still have a shot.
Give me a break. So we're developing cloaking devices, but we can't have
The
a
final
heat
stage
scope.
consists of an
Right.
individual who is driven through universal ethical principles. Rules exist only so far as means to convey a meaning. However, a commitment to justice prevails, and all cases are to be viewed in a conditional rather than absolute way. All actions are to be
Both proved to be more powerful than we expected, and she overwhelmed our defenses. She's crossed over into a higher plane. Luckily, the artifact we activated contained the blast, and there were few casualties. However, it appears
I
other
remember.
entities have crossed over into our world. You must work quickly to identify the entities, banish them, and close them.
What crossed over into our world?
the best interests of the individual.
What?
Mutual respect
Now I
is the guiding
remember.
principle.
What happened to just researching orphan shit?
Now there's entities crossing over? What the heck?
Let's go fight
There
the
is a
Joker
live
real
event
quick.
we missed between this set of missions and the previous set of mission that goes into more detail. That's right.
About how she got away?
Yes.
Alright, so enter the
This is coming
confirmation
back.
code upon completion of the operation. Go to the map and help Agent Trusk banish the entities and close the rift. There is nothing,
What the
there's nothing that I can share with you.
Uh,
Yeah, this is like the previous thing.
Oh shit. Alright, here we go. Rift portal. Secure the area by banishing all the emerging demons. And close the rift that Vanessa has opened.
Jesus Christ.
what?
Wow!
That just took a left turn.
Here we
Seriously.
go. First entity. New transmission describes the entity emerging from the portal. Identify the name of the entity. Oh, there's some kind of sound here. Alright,
Agent, what appears to be an animal with long, slender legs, wearing something on its head.
What?
The guy above it is undergoing some kind of distortion. We're seeing what looks like the night guy.
What?
alright, we're looking for a giant owl demon.
With long
With
legs and
slender
something on
legs
his
and an
head.
owl. Okay.
Stolas.
Is that it? They just give us the recording?
Yes,
Seriously?
Stalos. There we go, we got it.
I posted a picture of it.
Oh my god. Jesus.
That does not look threatening. I think England will be okay with that.
I mean, it does fit the description.
And it works. There it is.
Oh my god. What? That was it?
So that stream can actually see what Tataji just posted. This is the owl
Really?
demon here.
Really? It doesn't... What? Does it look like that? Different than that sometimes, maybe? Because...
Ooh, spooky.
That doesn't look
It looks
very
like
intimidating
something
at
out
all.
of Final Fantasy, to be honest.
Here's something a little more threatening looking, but it's still.
That's not scary. I want to go up and,
Here's the
like,
next
rub
one.
its head.
Somebody get ready to type this in. Here we go.
This is Demonologist Agent Trust. We seem to be dealing with goetic demons. I can help you banish them, but I will need your help with their questions. It is traditional for goetic demons to challenge the conjurer with a question about their area of interest. If we can answer the question correctly, the demon will be compelled to recognize us as a worthy summoner, and I can issue orders for them to leave. Over.
Where'd this guy get his degree? Demonologist, my ass.
Alright, so
Hey, he took a full 15-minute course, TheAngryToads. How dare you question his doctorate?
Javrai University. You didn't take your demonology courses there? I mean, come on.
Yep. Well,
communication from the demon appeared on mobile phones in the surrounding area. Follow the instructions to banish the demons.
well,
Holy
he's
shit, it's Diablo Immortal.
Don't you have phones?
Yeah.
He just
Blizzard.
comes out of the portal.
The demon is Blizzard. No, it's Activision.
But the phrase goetic demon means they're demons of Solomon. Specifically.
Right.
And there's a picture too.
Yeah.
They're one of the 72 demons then. Which narrows it down quite a bit.
Yeah, let's go there. Nobody needs to see my Facebook shit, thank you.
It sounds like we need a riddle to solve though.
So,
Is there anything more?
Yeah, there's a picture, he just hasn't opened it.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, you're talking about the one on the stream?
On the thing.
Yeah, within the game, there's
Oh,
there's a
okay.
second
Oh,
thing.
I am so sorry. I didn't see it.
This is what he's sending to people's texts. Buy Diablo Immortal now!
Goetic Demon Turtle. I'm sending the link out. Here's the link.
thank you. Okay.
Alright. None of the demons in the 72 demons involve turtles. As far as I can tell.
right.
The Enchian Dictionary from the Golden Dawn.
I just got there too. Yeah.
Huh? What's funny about that is I was just looking into the Golden Dawn the other day.
Oh, the black tortoise? It might be... Because that symbol might
It's a
be a
black
Chinese
tortoise, yeah.
symbol. Yeah. It is known as Zhuanu in Chinese. I don't know if it's asking for the Chinese name. There's the Chinese name.
Right now.
There's the Japanese name. Oh, he's in Journey to the West.
Okay, so the first word is star or stars.
And
second
Monasi
word
is name.
is name.
Yes.
Monasi's name. So star name.
Mm-hmm.
Star named Turtle, star Chinese constellation. So, a constellation of a turtle.
So we're looking for a turtle constellation?
That's what I'm thinking.
Black tortoise is one of the 4 symbols of the Chinese constellations. Let's give the black tortoise a shot.
And I put the 3 names in the language in chat too. The Chinese one might be the correct one. The Zun Na Wu. No. There's a couple other names here. Maybe it's asking for the romanization? That'd be weird though.
No.
None of them.
That's the romanization, but I doubt that's it.
Nope. It says star name.
If we can find that symbol on it, I think that's a big clue.
Zanlu is what. Oh, hang on a sec. Just one more. Byaku. Nope. Hang on. Revolvi.
Here is the actual Chinese name with the symbols on it, with the apostrophes.
Nope.
No, okay.
Let's start looking into the Wikipedia for Black Tortoise.
There's a 1 underneath the turtle. I think that's deliberate.
No.
Oh, hang on.
What'd you find?
The Chinese symbols. None of them match what's on that turtle. Shit. That was wishful thinking. Black turtle of the north.
Zero, can you listen to the transmission again? I'm wondering if there's something we're missing.
Absolutely.
This is Demonologist Agent Trust. We seem to be dealing with goetic demons. I can help you banish them, but I will need your help with their questions. It is traditional for goetic demons to challenge the conjurer with a question about their area of interest. If we can answer the question correctly, the demon will be compelled to recognize us as a worthy summoner, and I can issue orders for them to leave. Over.
So, we're still trying to come up with the names, right?
I'm not so sure. It says we need to answer their question, but what is the question?
The star name is what it came out to. We translated the words at the bottom. Oh, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Alright, so
Yeah.
change windows here. Just remind me if I'm doing it. So we translated these words here, which seems to be the question repeating itself, which is star name. I'm looking right now for this symbol in all of the Black Turtle text and Wikipedia stuff.
But what exactly does it say we're trying to find?
It doesn't.
This
is what we're translating. We translated that to star name, which I'm guessing means whatever the star that the Black Turtle is representing, the name of that star.
What? No, like in the actual mission itself, it didn't say find this.
I mean, I can reply. I can.
No, the
again for you if you want.
She's saying where the answer field is. It's just saying help banish the goetic demons. Basically.
Yeah, it just says it's basically listen to the audio and go from there.
All right.
I have an idea. What if we're not looking for the name of the turtle constellation, but the name of the goetic demon associated with stars and constellations?
Could be.
Possibly. You got a name?
I'm looking at Aureus. He knows and teaches the virtues of stars and the mansions of the planet.
Sure. Shoot me a Discord message.
Orias.
No.
Okay, there's one more that I saw. Dicarabia is depicted as a pentagram star.
Incorrect.
No. All right. Zero, can you try Paimon? I linked it.
Yeah, sure.
Nope.
No.
Alright.
Achievement unlocked, endurance. We must have hit so many wrong answers or something. Let me see exactly what that achievement was for. Submit over 15 responses in one investigation.
Okay, I've got another one to try. Can you try Kimaris?
Oh no.
Star name.
This is Demonologist Agent Trust. We seem to be dealing with goetic demons. I can help you banish them, but I will need your help with their questions. It is traditional for goetic demons to challenge the conjurer with a question about their area of interest. If we can answer the question correctly, the demon will be compelled to recognize us as a worthy summoner, and I can issue orders for them to leave. Over.
I think it has to do with an old name of stars. So
Is there like a limit of how many wrong answers you can put in?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Capital.
because that phrase beneath the circle is star name, right?
Yes.
Star name, yes.
Well, or the
Black
great
turtle.
name star. I found that translation.
Wonder what that stroke is.
It looks like a 1, right?
It looks like a 1. I mean, you see that circle used when indicating something that is without form or empty of something. A dead turtle? That doesn't make any sense. The symbol itself, I think, is the Chinese for black or dark, I think. No.
Oh, this is cool. I found a tool for identifying Chinese characters based off their components. Let me see if I can make any headway with it.
Empty.
So,
That's interesting.
it's a turtle with a circle around it. There's something called the Black Tortoise, which is a Chinese
Yeah,
constellation.
we've been looking at that.
Oh yeah, we've been. That's when we first hit. I'm actually on that right now with the stream. Said void of something, right? One of the houses of the Black Tortoise is called Emptiness.
Emptiness.
It's
Emptiness.
not right. Hang on,
What about Beta Aquari?
send it in Discord.
Sure. It's exactly what you were looking at, but if you click the thing beside it, it goes to this.
Yeah, the circle symbol around the turtle is a Taoism symbol, which
you
means
got it.
mind, body, and spirit. Yeah.
What is it?
It's emptiness.
Awesome.
So Meth was right about the symbol being void of something, and I found emptiness on the list of the houses in the Black Tortoise. And then right next to it, Callisti found Beta Aquari, which is a star constellation of the
The determinative
Aquarius.
star. Yeah.
Nice.
Right on. Good shit. Well, let's see what he has to say about his other demon stuff. This one wants a virgin sacrifice. Aid in the district of local authorities. Here we go.
A Metropolitan Police car is approaching along A3211. Find the name of a nearby high-value target. We need to call in a fake robbery report to distract them. Over.
One more time.
Agent, a Metropolitan Police car is approaching along A3211. Find the name of a nearby high-value target. We need to call in a fake robbery report to distract them. Over.
Fake robbery report. I'm not calling the cops though. Is this game?
So we're looking for an address to say there's something going on at to distract them? Is that the idea?
Something
Alright.
near the needle that's valuable.
There was like a lot of things around it I thought that were valuable. Wasn't there?
So A3211 refers to Thom Street in London.
All right.
What was the actual address again? I'm sorry.
A3211.
Okay.
Looking for a high-value target in that area.
The House of Parliament is on Thom Street.
No.
What's the address for the House of Parliament?
Aid in the distraction of authorities. Like, what is it asking from us? Let me see.
Either an address or a name of the building.
Can we just try Houses of Parliament?
Yeah.
Yeah, might as well.
Just House of Parliament.
Yeah, 1 second. A Tower of London is also on Thom Street.
Hang on. It's Parliament.
Oh yeah, I missed the R.
That's still incorrect. And then Tower of London.
Hmm.
No.
So we're still assuming that we're around the needle, right?
Yeah, this is where this is all happening.
Okay.
Try Westminster Abbey.
Nope.
Alright, I'm just gonna start listing important buildings on Thom Street.
That's what I'm doing. I'm going through the map right now looking.
Well, there's several. It's not on. It's one street over, but Nationwide Bank is right next door.
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
Zero, it's not working because you're not actually calling in a police report.
I refuse to actually call it the police.
Actually, did you put a space between Nation and Wide?
I can do it again.
Just no space. Just get rid of the space.
I don't know. The first time I did space, I didn't have a space.
Okay.
St. Paul's Cathedral and Draper's Hall are both in the area.
Cathedral might be.
NatWest is a money conglomerate. NATWEST.
Hang on a second. So, finishing this. Right. What was yours, Muff?
NatWest. NATWEST. It's a money conglomerate.
Oh, that's it.
Okay.
Sweet.
Couts, HSBS, Lloyd's, NatWest, Nationwide, without the bank, would have been fine. Halifax.
The hell is Halifax? Whatever.
So Meth got 2 of them.
I just looked up the banks that were next door to it. I figure a bank is good enough.
Here we go.
Wait, you don't think people are gonna rob a cathedral?
It's there to rob!
Has been spotted. It appears humanoid, although it has an elongated head, almost like a horse. And there's a horn. A single horn.
That's elusive.
Can you hear me? It's very loud here all of a sudden. Over.
So it's a unicorn?
So it's humanoid shape, but a horse-like head with a horn, and it's noise from the background. Sounds like an organ or something.
I'm gonna say it's a unicorn. It's more fun that way. So what are we doing now? We're
Trying to identify the demon. Try Sagari.
Is it Sagari?
Yeah.
There's another one, Orobus. I'll put its name. It apparently can be humanoid or horse-like, although it doesn't.
Not correct.
Although it doesn't say if it has a horn.
Do we know how many letters it is?
No, none of these have had letters.
Okay.
Orbis is wrong.
Okay.
Horsehead humanoid.
Can you listen to the clue again?
Yeah, one sec. Central horsehead.
You could try a tick below.
The upper body, a creature that has the upper body of a human, the lower body of a donkey, a human with hind foot of a horse, a satyr.
Yeah.
Silhouette vertically.
This guy has 2 horns.
Alright, what was what I was trying here? Tika Long?
Yeah, tick belong. No.
Tika Long is incorrect.
Botus, he has 2 horns within the Guida's mythology.
Incorrect.
They said it was a horn, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna replay it right now.
Another entity has been spotted. It appears humanoid, although it has an elongated head, almost like a horse. And there's a horn. A single horn. Can you hear me?
Single.
It's very loud here all of a sudden. Over.
That's what I said, it's a unicorn.
It says it has an elongated head like a horse, but it doesn't have a horse head.
Godlike creature. Egyptian head.
Oh, try an Oni.
O-N-I?
Yes.
Incorrect.
Nope.
I didn't try Otis, I'm so sorry. Otis is fine.
And this is all it gave us was this one
Shoot.
transmission, right?
Yes. Shuten is a famous one-horned demon in Japanese mythology. I don't know. No.
Was Shuten an assassin in one of the Fate series?
She was, yes.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Man, these pictures of the demons on Google search are pretty gnarly.
Yeah.
Wait, who is this guy? Head of a unicorn. On the wiki page, Goita, instead of horn, he has the head of a unicorn, specifically Amadusius.
Alright.
There we go.
There you go.
Unicorn too. Right on.
I guess Callisto is right. He is a unicorn.
Well, holy shit. Alright then.
We just helped him defeat a unicorn. Feel proud of yourself.
We didn't help him defeat it, we just identified it.
This thing is freaky looking.
Here's the picture that accompanies this next one. There's going to be 2 audio files as well. Here comes the first one.
Oh boy.
All our phones are showing the following message, and this keeps blasting from them. This is the work of Amadusius, the bringer of music. You must identify the music played, so I can command him back into human form and banish him. Over.
Thank you, Professor Demology.
Seems awfully calm about all this.
This is the music playing.
It's a classical song, but I don't remember.
Okay, so, settings, kill music, RM, kill music. Okay. We need everybody to just be quiet for a second, right?
This is the music playing.
Would it be cheating if someone had like an app that could listen to it and tell you what it was? Would that be cheating?
Try the bells.
Okay, you said the bells?
Yeah.
See, that's what I got too, Math. I was trying to make sure it wasn't it.
Or Rachmaninoff's the bell.
Let's try just Watchmen off. Nope. That took a little bit longer than normal. Nope, I'm gonna try the full name that Math posted. Nope.
Also, I think we're looking for the creator of the song. Because if you go back to that...
We should translate the picture and see exactly what the question is.
Yeah, no, that's what I did. You go to Sapo Gal or whatever, how you say that? It's the same code thing we used before, and it translates the creator, the mighty sounds. So assuming they mean we're looking for the creator of that song.
The song is absolutely Symphony Fantastique.
Yes.
Okay,
Andrus
so...
Nelson.
So...
Oh, wait, hang on.
So...
Conductor. Got it. We're good.
Nice.
How did you get that so quick, Mev? Mev, you there?
If you're talking, you're muted.
Hello?
Oh, hi.
Oh, I've been talking this whole time like an asshole.
How did you get that so quick?
Oh my god. Well, I recognized the sound was a piece of work from one of my classical, so I just used the lookup for all the songs I have on file.
No shit. I use Shazam.
Oh, yeah. I have about a couple 100 gigabytes of that music, so I just had it look it up.
God damn. Right on. Third energy. Here we go. Oh, hey Gabby, I didn't even see you there. I'm so sorry. Identify the entity so the banishment ritual may begin. Here is the audio for that.
Agent, there's a demon on a ship docked near the rift. It is humanoid with massive wings. Wait, hold on. The ship is sank. It's moving to another one. Over.
Humanoid, massive wing sinking ship. Okay.
And it involves ships. Okay.
Massive wings. That's all it gives us, is it's got massive wings and it's humanoid.
First result I found is Folklore.
Oh, wow, I said
Yeah, I got the same thing, Folklore.
Alright, one sec.
Because he sinks warships and drowns them.
Okay. Folklore or something? That was quick.
Yeah, they're...
Alright.
Alright, communications from the demon have appeared on mobile phones in the surrounding area. Follow the instructions. I only have a Nokia. I don't know what to do with this. Follow the instructions to banish the demon. There's a picture attached to this one. I'm going to send it out now. Copy. Let's get it on this one here. Paste. And this here. There you guys go.
Wow. That's something.
Yeah. It looks to repeat after ZVMVI. 2 lines and then repeats.
Yeah.
There's also an audio that goes with this one, and here it is.
Agent, all our phones are showing the following message. Folklore, the Great Duke of Hell, is showing off. Appease him by naming the ship he sank, and we shall gain his favor. Over.
Naming the ship he sank.
How
Okay.
do you know that?
He's a demologist, man. He got a degree.
It's just Steve. If you can tell me what he ate for lunch, he'll leave. Jesus Christ.
Alright, I'm going to start translating the message.
Oh, man. Let me get the music back on.
It's a ship. It's sunk. How do you translate that language, though? You guys did it before, but I don't recall how you did it.
It is the Enochian dictionary.
Oh. Okay.
I'm having an issue with ZL. It's not CL, it's CLIVA.
Oh, it's all one thing?
Yeah. It means water.
It means water?
Yeah.
What'd you get for Matt B?
Thousands.
Thousands, okay, and Drix?
Or check. Which one? Drix is bring down. Telok is death. I like translating stuff. That's not good though. Unless it's two things and not one, and it's just the way that it's showing it. Razai doesn't have a. east, right? So RAASI doesn't actually have a direct translation, but RAAS means east. Unless maybe that, I don't know.
So it doesn't really seem to be making a comprehensive sentence,
No.
but it looks like it could be referring to the parting of the Red Sea.
Does it?
I ran mine through a translator, and it spit out basically a weird set of keywords that didn't actually translate into much. But I got a bunch of Red Sea results.
So what am I doing? ZVM. I doesn't really exist. It's a lexicon. Means 0291. Let's see if I can find Roz as well. RAASI means 0182.
Wait, so we're looking for the name of a ship that's sunk.
1942, this bring down thousands, water death, 01820921.
Huh?
That's what I got as the translation.
So you got 1842. I got 1942 somehow.
No, I have AF is 19, and then VX
Yeah, 19.
is 42, so I have 1942.
Okay, so
But
shipwrecks in the 19.
But down at the bottom, when we get to Razi and Zimavi, RAASI doesn't actually show up as a direct translation in the text because it represents numbers. So I have 0182 for RAASI, and then the second one, ZVMVI, also doesn't translate into words. It translates a number, which is 0921.
All right, so if we're looking for a 1942 shipwreck, it could have been World War II.
1942.
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
certainly.
1942 shipwreck, thousands of deaths. My Google search, man. Whew. Lacona shipwreck. There's a series of events surrounding the sinking of a British troop ship in the Atlantic Ocean. September 1942.
September what date?
12/24.
Shit.
And there was more than just that ship though in this area. I went to Laconia
Right.
because it kind of looked like something I saw.
Wow, there was a lot of shipwrecks in the war. Holy fuck.
Yep.
Were there any on September 21st? Because 0921 looks like September 21st.
We can hang on a sec. It says the date here. I'm so sorry you can't see what I'm looking at. Blah, here, fixed. It says 12/24. It says 12-24 September 1942. So it looks like it could be backwards, but this is in September 1942.
Okay, so I've got a list of ships that sunk on September 21st, 1942, and there's still 7 of them.
Alright, well, let's start listing off the 7 inside the answers.
Well, do any of them say how many people died? Because it seemed really specific on that.
Yeah, according to the translations, it's thousands of deaths.
Thousands or just thousand?
The word thousands. MATB equals thousands in direct translation.
Oh, see, I translated that differently.
What'd you?
I just got thousand, just thousand, singular.
Yeah. All right, well then it doesn't matter either way, thousand or thousands.
Well, that's a big difference because I'm like sorting through all the shipwrecks in World War II.
Anything over 1,000.
Well, I'm looking for anything that is 1,000. Holy hell, there's a lot of shipwrecks.
All right, so I snipped what I'm looking at.
So here, 1942, thousands. Deaths. It might just be a little code. Hang on. I didn't even try it. No, it wasn't Laconia. Oh wait, there's a space there. No, let's try it. Oh, it's still just as wrong. Alright.
Yeah, so that's the page I'm on, so you can actually search by September 21st. There's a lot of them there. Start with the September 21st ones.
I was gonna say I was gonna go down the list while you guys work on something else. September 21st. I don't have anything for September 21st. How's it worded? Oh, that's how it's worded. 21st September. No.
Yeah, go to the top of the page and just click the 21 on the calendar. You're looking at the calendar right now, just click 21.
My problem was I had numlock off.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. I'm gonna go down this one. What heard anything from Reference listed?
I'm still like going through these insanely massive amounts of ships that sunk in the war. It's a lot. And I'm just trying to apply the parameters to it.
I think did you say RASI translates to numbers?
Yeah, R-A-A-S-I. Now R-A-A-S translated to east. But
yeah, I have another translator, and RAASI translate to east as well.
Now, is it R-A-A-S or R-A-A-S?
With an I.
Okay,
with
yeah,
an
the
I.
translator that I used didn't have the I. But I do have east written down as a potential thing.
Yeah, and
So
I
it probably
have
was
ZVMVI as C.
East C?
So in the East Sea,
Yeah.
that would make sense.
So I'm thinking
Shipwreck.
1942 Watery Death East Sea.
Okay, here's... No, never mind, that's not the right number.
Because I used
Okay.
this shitty translator this person called it, but
Yeah, I got that one too.
yeah, if you translate it word by word instead of the entire sentence instead, you can get a complete thing.
That does help narrow it down a little bit.
I'm gonna start in December and go backwards. east. Germany, Italy.
Took the lives of 1,000 Italians.
Which one's that?
That's wrong. Doesn't matter.
Just so I don't run across it.
Galileo.
Okay.
There's no indication of how long it is, right? The answer.
No, there's no.
Try that ship, the Montevideo Maru.
What brings you that one?
It's in the
Oh,
east.
that's right.
Oh, awesome! Holy
So,
crap,
where'd
that
you
is
go?
so many wrecks. I went to here. I'll give you a list because we decided it was in World War II. I went to this website and looked through all the fucking ships, and I was looking for 1942. And then I was having a hard time, but when we narrowed it down to the east, it helped a lot. So Japan's in the east, and it had over 1,000 deaths.
Right on. All right, here we go. This is flight information. Okay. Here's flight information. What they're asking for, that's the only thing attached to this, by the way. Emergency call. Passenger that is approaching the incident zone. The area is highly unstable. Identify the airline's radio call sign to warn the pilot.
Aer Lingus? I'll put it in chat.
Yeah, that's what I got too.
That's the identify.
Yeah, it's coming up a lot.
Yeah, it's highly unstable. Identify the airline's radio call. So Aer Lingus radio call.
Call sign.
Yep.
There we go.
Shamrock.
Oh, yeah.
Shamrock.
Nice.
Wow, that was quick.
Last one. Abyssal writing. There's a picture attached. Copy. And here is the link to the picture. Alright. Agent, the demons have all been banished, but the rift remains open. I have surveyed the site surrounding the gate, and there appears to be several inscriptions. On Cleopatra's Needle itself is a passage that reads, "Leave the first unchanged, remove the second, the first four... remove from the second the first four, and remove from the third the next four. The word of God must be absolute. There are 2 messages carved into the Sphinx, one on each. The spiral images were found burned into the grass. The words burned into the Sphinx are part of some abyssal language. If we can find out how the language encodes words, we may be able to use it to close the portal. Based on preliminary analysis, the language is beloved to the mathematical... What is that?
Believed to be mathematical in nature.
Believed to be mathematical in nature. You need to reverse engineer the words, then apply the mathematical process to the holy word YHWH. I can use this to close the gate once you have encoded it properly and delivered it to me.
This is a mathematical puzzle. And from the description on the Cleopatra's Needle, it's self-referential, too.
I transcribed all the important bits from that into Discord so you guys can copy paste.
Yeah, this may not be a one-day thing.
You want to end it here?
Oh, I don't know. Your choice. It's just... I'm not even sure where to begin. Not sure where the spiral parameter comes in, so leave the first unchanged. So that one does not alter.
So what specifically is it asking us to find?
From the second.
The translation of that word.
Okay.
We have to translate that word that you said at the bottom into the abyssal language, using the mathematical conversion he's outlined so far.
Let's see, there's something else that goes on here. This spiral image was found burned into the grass. A scatter plot type thing?
Need to close some of these tabs I have open. Damn.
So, I mean, looking at the two words that we have to go off, they start with void and fire. Googling void and fire just turns up a bunch of metal music videos.
That's hilarious.
Funny.
Any idea what the spirograph thing is?
No clue.
No idea.
That was wishful thinking.
Wow.
Yeah, alright, it's 10:30. So we'll finish this up next Wednesday. Because this one looks like it's going to be a doozy.
Yeah, it's a
so
mathematical
close,
transformation of the letters.
Right.
Maybe crush out an algorithm tomorrow.
Alright.
But it's a nesting algorithm.
So thank you for the 2-3 people that were with us tonight.
We completely ignored chat. We got really caught up in it.
And we will see you guys next Wednesday. Take care.
Have a good night, everyone.